Okay, today we're going to put together a lava cable. First of all, cut your cable. I use some Teflon scissors. They work really well on wire. And we're going to strip the end about a ½ inch, maybe a little bit longer. Don't squeeze too hard on this because you don't want to cut the wire braid. And then take the rubber part off without disturbing the braid. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to slide the grounding insert on there, and you see it's sticking out quite a bit, which is good, but I'm going to cut it back about a 1/16 of an inch, about like that, and then pull the braid all around the edges, and make sure it's not touching any part of the middle. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the middle part back a bit, not flush, but pretty close. Make sure it's nice and round and straight. That looks good. Now we can put the plug on there. Make sure everything is centered nicely so the plug is going to stab right into it. Nice. And we're going to bend over into the notch slightly without pulling the wire out. Put the cap on. Tighten it down by hand. Later on I will probably tighten it with some pliers, but this is fine for now. Now what I do after I do the first end, I'm going to test it with a little meter set for continuity and make sure that the tip and the ground are not connected, which is good. Check the ground to the ground braid, which is good. Check the tip to the center of the wire, which is good. So half of it's done. Now I'm going to mark it so I know that this side is good. In case the second side doesn't work, I'll know which side to redo. So there's the first side. Now again, we're going to strip it ½ an inch, or a little more than ½ an inch. Pull the rubber off carefully. Take your time so you don't hurt the braid. Okay, straighten it out a little. And now we're going to slide a grounding insert on there. Nice. And I'm going to cut it again at a 1/16 of an inch or maybe a little more. Take the braid all around the edges. Pull it back. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to cut the center part back, not quite flush, sticking out a bit, like that. Make sure it's centered nicely, everything is round. Take the plug, plug is in there. Now the notch, I want the notches to go the same way so that the cable's pointed the same way, so I got the notches both up. Bend over a bit into the notch without pulling the wire out. Put the cap on. Tighten it by hand. And then we do the all-important test. Make sure that the tip and ground are not shorted out. They're not. Ground to ground is good. Tip to tip is good. We've got a cable. All we need to do now is maybe tighten it down with some pliers without scratching it, and we're good to go. Thank you.